And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Last year's NFL leader in field goal percentage, Robbie Gould, on for the Niners field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 30. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game.
Everyone got 4 down. Kill.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Hey, I-7.
Here's the 3rd-round pick from Memphis. It's Darrell Henderson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 more yards that go-around, a 1st down as well. Henderson is a junior at Memphis last year, better than 1,900 yards, had 25 total touchdowns. They drafted him in the 3rd round in an effort to try to give Todd Gurley some support in a backup role. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hold on.
Here's Goff. Higbee secures it over the middle. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
On 1st down, it's Brown. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Goff. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
We go tonight. 180.
Check 56. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Niners take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Go ahead.
Now the ball comes loose. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Exit. Mike 5-4.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards the pickup there.
That's good for Rams. First down.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
All day, defense, all day. We play to win. Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field, because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Five.
Watch the slant.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff rolling to his right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
You ain't going nowhere.
DC.
On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up fourth. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Here we go on 4th. Gone. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. Tyler Higbee. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
At the 26-yard line.
2nd and 5 now. Garoppolo. Coleman has it here right side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, San Francisco.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Five.
Pick it up.
White.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
I got you. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Hey, Sue.
59.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Garoppolo. This is Coleman with a grab. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 180.
I'm coming after you.
fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's caught out left by Perriman. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Check 20.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. First down, L.A. Goff finding Higbee.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
56. Hey, come on, now, come on, now.
On first down, it's Gurley. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Switch up.
A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
I'm on. Watch tight.
Whirling. We go. 76.
Shit.
Hey, kill.
Check.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
59 Mike. Check, 59.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Show it up. SOS.
Garoppolo now. He's going to look deep for Perriman. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number one headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. They'll run. This is Brown. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Cut. 180.
Check 13.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Cut. 180.
Jim.
Super one. Ric Flair.
A shotgun snap for gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line. Cooks now in his second season with the Rams. He's had 4 straight years over 1,000 yards. He had 2 with the Saints, 1 with New England, and then he went over 1,000 again last year with the Rams. 80 catches, 1,204 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10.
You go tight. You got tight.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Cut. Like 20.
54.
Shell.
54. Exit. Check. Watch 54.
Out of the gun. Gone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here at first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And all the way down to the 29.
Here we go.
A big play there for the Niners. 42 yards.
First down, San Francisco.
58, boy. 58, Mike. Record.
Garoppolo on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
58's the mark. 58.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Let's go, fellas.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Ric Flair.
Another carry now for Gurley. And some room to maneuver. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll fake the give. Now gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.